Right, okay, so we're going through your progress at the moment. There's one here through this sort of syllabus that I've created for myself. I've got reversing under creep. It's on 3 stars, so what does that mean to you? Why is it on 3 and not on 5?
I suppose because it's not something we've sort of necessarily gone through yet. Probably something that I've sort of just done subconsciously.
Okay, so when it says reversing under creep, so that's like biting, pointing a manual car. What do I mean by that? What's the...
So when you come off your brake, and the car sort of steadily moves backwards.
So if I've got it on 3, which means you understand it a little, but don't understand it enough, how could we make that go on to 5 today?
Some practice.
Okay. Now, do you understand why when it's on 3 and it's not on 4 or 5? So on 3, you could possibly pass a test. On 4, you should pass a test. On 5, you will pass a test.
Yeah.
Now, if it's on 3, it means sometimes you don't understand what you're actually doing. It sounds silly that, but no, it's quite legit. That's because you know when you've got an automatic car and you put the car in reverse, not an electric car, in a normal sort of automatic car, it'll go and that's when it goes into reverse or into whatever gear. Okay, so when it goes into that gear, what you'll then find is like biting point, pulling. So when you start coming up on the brake pedal, what you'll find is the gear will engage. So the reverse engages. So for the reverse to engage, you've got to feel some sort of pressure on the pedal. Hence the car's moving backwards. Okay. So when you feel the car going backwards, what you're doing is you don't actually feel the car going backwards. You see the car going backwards. So it's like the car bolts backwards. You don't feel it going backwards. Now the reason why you don't feel it going backwards, because it's an electric car. When you start releasing some of the brake, the car will start making a creepy noise that'll go Now that noise is completely natural. That's like the pressure of the brake releasing to let momentum, physics of the car's actually kinetic energy. It's moving backwards. Now what you're doing is you want that reasoning, that moving to happen very quickly. Yet the car itself isn't, or we don't want it to move fast. Now when you're driving, when you're reversing the car under creep or on creep, whatever you want to call that, when you're on a flat surface, the car will move backwards at X speed, it'll move up whatever. When it's going uphill, the car will stop moving because creep will just move it if the car's on a flat surface. But if it's going uphill, there's no power. So sometimes you have to give gas for the car to move. And that's something you're not making a decision with, you're on the receiving end. So what I mean by that is you're reactive rather than proactive. So you should understand, for example, when we reverse onto your driveway and we go over the bottom of the curbstone, so you know, as we come off, now it's like a little valley, so it's like you go downhill technically, then you go uphill. But the bit that it goes from downhill to uphill, you don't sense that you might need a little bit of momentum to start going up the hill. And that's something you don't do with creep. That's the first thing. Now here we've got turning the road marked as 5. We've got corner reverse, which is not needed. However, you have an option of doing that if you want to learn that. However, the reason why I don't push corner reverse with you is you do a reverse left bay park when you go home. So technically we kind of get that into your lesson. I've got bay parking on 2, so I've got drive-in bay park started. But over here, I've got emergency stop on 0, meaning black, no stars. And I've got reverse parallel park on no stars. So it's up to you what you want to do in this lesson and what you want to fix. It's your lesson, you're paying for it, you're my boss, you decide on what you'd like to do.
Should we do some reverse parking?
Reverse parking. So do you want parallel park reverse parking, or do you want reverse bay parking?
Let's do the parallel.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so in this lesson today, before this lesson finishes, when we go home, you should be able to reasonably explain to me how to do a reverse parallel park.
Perfect.
Does that make sense? Okay, apart from that, we're going to go through the rest later on. There's some of this on 75%, 80%, so on and so forth. These all have to be on 100% for a driving test, but we are getting there.
Yep.
Now, guys, I'll raise my voice slightly. So we've gone through what we need to do. So I have a little bit of a chat with my pupils to make sure we both understand what we're doing. We've moved on to CCL, so CCL's a computer company. We moved on to client-based learning now, so we kind of give the reins to the pupil, so the pupil now dictates the lesson, tells me what he wants to do. Now, in terms of where we are now, I've had this gentleman. How long have I had you?
A couple of months.
Yeah, a couple of months. How long?
About.
Oh, yeah, before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, crikey. Must have fit then. Okay, we were looking at a driving test as soon as possible. I hope to get this gent done within the next sort of 6 weeks. We should have him finished. We're getting there. We're almost there. Just a couple of things we need to fix. The reason why I'm making this video is Sam, if you're ever watching, he's like you. We're getting there. He's good. He knows what he's doing, and we'll find out in an hour if he can parallel park. Now, if you're taking more than one lesson to learn to parallel park, bro, you need another instructor. You need somebody like me and you need to be like this man over here. Now, he hasn't done a parallel park yet, but I promise you, within half an hour of this video, he will be doing one on his own, on his Todd, without any help from me. And if he can't, then I'll quit my job. Shots fired.